Hello, Dr. Tawanna Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. All right, there we go. What's up, people? Cousins and kinfolks, what's up? Let me make sure I fix my screen so y'all can see me full screen. Uno momento. I hope all is well with everybody, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. I hope you are doing well, okay? Every day is something new. There's a lot of things going on happening. So I want to come by here first and foremost before I get to yapping about what the urgency is and what you can do to help yourself, because that's really what it's about. Um, there's a lot of things happening to the American, well, to the world, but if you live here in America, trust me, there's a lot of things happening simultaneously, okay? It's compounded trauma, prices, inflation, job loss, racism, division, politics, you name it, okay? So I want to make sure that I check in with my cousins first and foremost before I get to yapping. Secondly, welcome. If you are here for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you'll spend the block, come back, and sit in the chat with your girls out the worlds. If you are a cousin or a kinfolk, like my sister Jill, hey, what's going on, family? Then welcome back, okay? Please share this. I believe this is something that everybody ought to know, not because I'm, sharing it with you, but because I believe this is something that all human being, male, female, doesn't matter, need to know about what the hell is going on in our country with the economy, with these politicians, and what you can do to help yourself or help your neighbor, because that's what it really boils down to. Okay, if you can help yourself, then you have enough to help your neighbor. You love the new song? Okay, yay! Thank you so much. It is doing great. It has been added to several people's playlists, like a gym playlist and some other motivational like playlist, but it's doing good. And we're getting the visuals, the music video ready for it. It's so amazing what AI could do. AI ain't going nowhere. AI can put you in a real good position right about now. And I really hope that all my cousins have had an opportunity to listen. Okay, you hear back there screaming? Pay them no mind. That's Juicy up there on the game and be screaming when it comes for her. But it's so amazing what you can do, how far you can go with AI if you utilize it in the right way. Yeah, there are bad actors and bad people that are actually using it to work against you, take your jobs from you, run up your electricity bill, dirty up your water, supply. Yes, there are people and bad actors using it for evil, but we are called to use it for good. So I just thought I put some kingdom sound in the trunks and in the airways. And that's just my position. We're not wimps, we're not whiners, we're not warriors, like warriors. We are warriors. Okay, we war in the spirit. We take dominion. So that's what that whole song, whole album. I'm releasing the album. I'm going to release another single, and then I'm going to release the full album. But the full album is straight up fire. Can't listen to it and not be motivated to go take back your stuff. Okay, take it all back. It probably went over people's heads like luggage. Take it all back means it's your time right now. Stop letting the government, stop letting everybody else who has put limitations on you, told you how much you can make, where you can live. The stuff that I'm about to show y'all, and I'm not going to go too much into it because it's one thing to talk about the problem, but it's another thing to talk about the solution to the problem. That's what I'm all about. I don't like talking to people, a whole long time about the problem. How can we fix it? So I'm going to show you what they're doing so you know how to fix it happening or hindering or hurting you and your family. Whatever's happening to other people will not happen to you. So with that being said, let me go ahead and pull up a couple of articles that I said unavailable message. What in the world is you talking about? Hold on. Hold on. Let me scroll up to the top. Well, I'm going to work my way up. How about that? We're going to recap real quick because I know some of y'all see the title and like, what is this woman talking about? Is this clickbait? No, it's not. I need everybody that you can invite eyeballs on what's going on so that their next move is going to be their best move. Okay. I'm just going to simply tell you what I'm doing to stay out the way, how I'm building. If you want to be on board, then I'm going to offer you an invitation at the end for you to come do what we're doing because we're doing a lot to prevent us, prevent what they got planned for us. Okay. So I'm going to start with this one right here. Let me share my screen. All of us can see. All right, here we go, right here. Why are we starting here? Because everything that I'm about to show you hereafter is going to make sense to you. And if it doesn't, then I would highly recommend you go into prayer so that the eyes of your understanding be enlightened. Okay? Midterms is coming up. We got about 88 days before midterm comes up. Okay. They have put out all of these documents, all of these things of crimes they're going to charge Donald Trump with as soon as they take back over Congress, the Senate, the seats. Soon as they can flip it from being all Republican to majority Democrat, they got charges lined up the yin yang. This man will never see the light of day. Okay, they going after all of his bank accounts, domestic and offshore. They investigate anybody that worked for him. I mean, it's gonna be a real dung show, 100%. And he knows this. He knew it when they ran and they took over. The Republicans took over the House and the Senate. That he had to get done everything that he needed to get done, before the midterms. He pissed off a lot of his fan base, a lot of MAGA people that supported him because he said he was going to do this and do that. Some things he did and a lot of things he did not. So his fan base is pissed off with him. A lot of his fan base has realized that This America First promise that he campaigned on has now become Israel America First. Okay? So a lot of his fan base is like, man, you traded us out. You put in everybody else's interests before the American people who fought for him, like Marjorie Green Taylor and some other people who was like his biggest cheerleaders to help him get elected. Charlie Kirk, what did happen to Charlie Kirk? Boy, this is a dirty game, and I'm not going to go over everything, but I'm just laying the foundation of why this right here is so important and why what you about to see in a minute is going to matter and how it's going to affect you. I'm not even registered to vote. I'm done with their system, period. Okay, period. I have not voted since Barack Obama, and he was the devil. People get mad when I say that, but it is what it is. And I vowed that day when I voted because they told me to vote because he was a black man. I vowed to God. First, I asked for repentance on the same night he was elected. And then I vowed to God I will never have my hands in anything. I will pray for all men like I'm supposed to pray. And whether you put a wicked man in there or a righteous man in there, that's going to be your will, and I'm going to be okay with that. But he lied, okay? He lied a lot. He lied about the Epstein files. Most people wanted to see what was going on in them files and who was doing what to children. He lied about that. Told everybody, I'm going to release it on day one. I'm going to do this. I'm going to lower inflation. Inflation ain't went nowhere. All of the American people have worked their bums off, okay? Literally have been putting in 3 and 4 and 5 extra shifts to keep up with the economy, and we still here. So with that being said, a lot of people is not fans of Donald Trump. Midterm come, he already know he is going to lose in the midterms. He don't have enough backing. Too many people pissed off with him. So he said it in the beginning when he met with Vladimir Zelensky over there, in that Ukrainian president that's got that war going on that's never ended, been going on about 5 or 6 years, okay, that we're funding. You and I, not them, you and I, okay? He sat down with him and said, well, during a war, but matter of fact, let's just go to it, okay? I have no problems. While I'm going through this, I'm going to try to pull up receipts. That way you know. I didn't say it, they said it. Trump tells Zelensky, and I want you to look at the date, if war breaks out, there will be no elections. Okay, this is all stuff you can go and Google. We're going to go back and forth between the screens. If you are just coming in and you have not shared, please share. This will affect every American. Doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your skin tone, your hair texture, you know, the dialect of your tongue. This will affect every American. We have too many people over here ready to do us in because of the things that this country has done to their country and their leaders. And this is a coalition of people who want that smoke. And while they want the smoke, while we are the weakest right now, we don't have enough missiles, enough armory, enough weaponry to fight one war. We got 2, 3, Iran, China, Russia, 3 people closing in on us, okay? So we're going to be going back and forth. Please share this with every American. Wake up. This is not a drill, and you must do something to help yourself, because ain't nobody else helping you unless they're help, then they can help their neighbor, okay? That being said, we'll go back to Mr. Trump, but we're going to go Revelation Worlds. Quiet right now. All right, my bad. She was just doing too much. Okay? But I want y'all to see receipts. Trump tells Zelensky if war breaks out, there will be no elections. Okay? This was 8 months ago. Okay? U.S. President Donald Trump has repeatedly called for Kyiv to hold elections and claimed it was using war as a reason not to do so. Okay? Right here. This is the actual clip where he was asked if Ukraine could hold elections during war. President Trump mentioned that, hey, we're not holding no elections during war. That's the only way that we could actually suspend the elections. Both of them trying to stay in positions of power. He don't want his country, who absolutely hates what he has done, to oust him and get him out. So they had this conversation. Okay, you guys can go look that up on YouTube and find it. You also can go use her whole name. Whose whole name, love? Oh, Revelation. That ain't even her whole name. But I use her first and last name. She has two middle names. Sis got an encyclopedia for her name. Real talk. So now we come back over here and we see that Trump has been setting the stage to declare an emergency around midterms, which is 88 days away. Former White House attorney was blowing the whistle. It made it to PBS, NBC, all these different platforms. Okay. This was about maybe a month or so ago. Yeah, it was about maybe a month or so ago, July 16th. So, yeah, roughly about a month ago, they came out trying to soft prepare us that, yeah, we're going to have a war. Because Trump is setting the stage to have a war, to declare an emergency around midterms. Why? Because he will go to prison if he is ousted. If they lose, he's going to prison. So now it will make sense. I can go back to what I wanted to go to now that we're here and we know. Okay? So just to kind of commentate while I get up to the top, the reason for I can just go over here. Cool. The reason for the poison with the food and the diarrhea, the thousands of numbers of cases of diarrhea, this new outbreak that is contaminated by the water. I went over those receipts with y'all. Parasites in the swimming pool, went over those receipts with y'all. Parasites in the produce, lettuce, went over those receipts with y'all. Parasites is in the meat, went over those receipts with y'all, as well as the FDA approving Bill Gates lab grown meat to be sold not only in stores but in restaurants. The maker of Tyson has put a lot of money into that. So now you will have fake chicken nuggets. Taco Bell will be 100% fake meat. So will KFC because Tyson owns all of them. Okay. We are screwed from the water, which is supposed to be a shortage of, which will force them to put it on the market because AI is using more billions of gallons of water than one human can use or a collective group of humans could use in a month. Okay. I just saw a video on Instagram talking about there will be a false flag where we get attacked here in America by our government and then blamed on Iran. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. We going somewhere. Okay. So the food, all of this stuff, the economy, the dollar collapse, the over-debted inflation, like we can't get out. We got an emergency on every side. Economic wise, Strait of Hormuz is still not open. They've been lying their tails off. They said until a peace deal with Donald Trump, and they want specifics, is given to them. One of the requirements is that they will be able to come on American soil and attack or avenge the blood of their leader on our soil. That's one of the stipulations before the Strait of Hormuz can be open. So the waterways are still jammed. Affects oil, affects wheat. It affects a lot of our produce. So we're looking at a lot of food shortages. That's an emergency. Everybody can't eat. That could be declared an emergency. You have this outbreak where now it didn't reach 10, 15, 13,000 states in the United States. People are being sick by the food, by the produce, by the water, okay? And then you have what you're about to see. So now that we caught up to speed, I'm just going to go through these, okay? Because a lot of people missed it why they wanted everybody focused on Nolan Wales. And I'm not saying that you ought not to be. I'm saying that it's a smokescreen. Yes, we want the truth about what happened to that baby. And it don't matter what color that baby is. Okay? If he drowned, we want that truth. If he did not drown, we want that truth too. But that is not the primary focal point that all Americans should be divided and stirred up behind. You better keep your eyes on this, okay? Because the midterms is in 88 days or less, and they are now coming out starting back like at the end of July. They start coming out talking about, oh, we ramping up this. Oh, the Pentagon is shaping up this because, oh, we for sure know we going to have war on our soil. If you ain't got access to food, clean water, and we go to war, oh, my. And we paying for the war. And they can seize our bank accounts to pay for the war. Here's this article, okay? Iran has already been attacking us. When our water systems got hit last week, and now 9 states, 2 places being in New Jersey, in Minnesota, the waterways was hacked by Iranian intelligence, not to cripple us, but just to show a little muscle. Who y'all playing with? Because if we shut the water down, they don't even got to drop a nuke. Shut the water down for an hour. No more clean water, no more running water, contaminated water, everything that runs on water, no AI, everything that runs on water, by water, made with water, boom, dead it in the water. And now your whole economy collapsed. 1 hour. Let's go look it up. Hold on. I don't want y'all to take my word for it. Two to 4 hours. 2 to 4 hours. Y'all go do y'all research. If the United States water systems are attacked, how long does the United States have, how long will we be shut down? Type in those keywords. How long would it take to actually just knock us out? 2 to 4 hours. And here they are, then shut our water down. Contaminated the water. They was telling the people to boil the water because they don't know what they put in the water. Just imagine people drinking water, bathing in water that had a biochemical weapon added to it. And now, boom, whole bunch of people just out. Listen, you need your own water wells. You don't need to have anything tapped into the government that the government controls. You need your own water wells. Okay? Here's another one. 2 New Jersey municipal water systems targeted in that same cyber attack. This was on August the 5th, 3 days ago. It was over 9 states simultaneously. All of their water was shut down at the same time. Okay? They also came out and started telling us, look, more than half of some U.S. weapon stockpiles used in Iran war, raising concerns about China threat. Why? They trying to tell everybody we don't have enough weaponry. We don't have enough weaponry to fight a war because we didn't use all of our dang own missiles and weaponry fighting a war that was between Israel and Iran, not the United States. But because the United States is bent over with no Vaseline to the people who war this really is, then we didn't just drag ourselves into a war. But like I said, this is being done strategically and intentionally. Why? Because no emergency, no elections. Okay? More than half? Do you know how long it takes to make a weapon? It's not an overnight process. It's not even a week's process. It's not even a month's process. It's not even 6-month process. We in countdown. Only thing that's going to save us is gathering with other like-minded believers and building us something that will sustain us and trusting the Most High God to give us wisdom and instruction on how to build and how to move rapidly. Okay? August 5th, the United States said to plan shifting their nuclear strategy to China and Russia. Oh, because now they realize that China and Russia has been the ones behind this whole Iran war. What you thought when they were sending military planes and bombs? And when Russia said the fertilizer that is needed for you guys to grow your produce and your crops and your wheats, we're going to hold off on that for about 30 to 60 days because you're in war with Iran, said a whole lot. Said a whole lot. So now the Pentagon, yep. August the 5th, they went crazy with it. They wanted to let us know, listen, we got to let y'all know some way or the other. The Pentagon is developing a new U.S. nuclear strategy in case of a regional war with China or the Russian Federation. Oh, so they warming us up. Y'all can go look up these headlines. These are actual news articles you can go look up. That's why I'm showing you where they come from and how to go find them with keywords. Pentagon is eyeing tactical nuclear shift to deter China, Russia without a global escalation. Man, and you only got half of the weaponry and you still fighting Iran? Get out of here. Pentagon drafted a new U.S. nuclear strategy in case of regional war with China or Russia, sources say. Okay, so behind the scenes, they preparing for this war. Now let me go back on up here where I was at. Yep, this is the same articles. Okay, the United States is drafting their new nuclear strategy. Okay, in case of, and you see it say it's trending because people was caught by surprise. What do you mean in case? Why would y'all just come out and say this today? California been under terrorist attack. 2 thwarted terrorist attack by Iranian members. Y'all been through this. But this is how they set the stage. And the messed up part about it all is the unknowing people will be the casualties. The collectively cool people, okay, the casual people will become casualties. America is preparing for a nuclear war with Russia and China as bombshell plans have been leaked. August 5th, 2026. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I got this screenshotted for you. How many days till midterms? Midterms is on November 3rd. That is 88 days away from the date of this live video. Okay? I'm going to come back down to this in just a minute. I sure wanted y'all to see this. I'm glad this popped up. Okay? Because I told y'all about the vehicles 2026 and above that the government was putting kill switches in. and practically giving them out away to people, trying to convince people not to go buy older model vehicles and persuade you with all these rebates. You can practically drive off the lot with a 2026, zero money down, just on the rebates. Why? Because they can shut you off wherever. And I seen one of these in person and showed you what happened, how this person could have had a very bad collision because they decided to hit the kill switch and turn her off in the middle of the freeway. This man missed his. I thought it was just okay if you acting like you distracted, because that's a name that they use to say this is the reason why we're putting these in new amount of cars. It'll help stop drunk driving. It'll help stop distracted driving. There will be lesser car accidents. They always got to come butter it up with a hell of lies, a hella heap of lies in order for you to buy it. The devil is never going to come out and be like, I'm the devil. Come serve me. Nah, he going to look like he's sweet. He going to look like he got your best interest. He going to look like he the one for you that you've been waiting on all your life, the gift that has been packaged and sent down from the throne room itself. And then when you open it and find out that it is gold plated, counterfeit, it's already too late. You too deep in. So they sold this. Everybody out there, yeah, let's go get a new vehicle. Wow, they're giving us new vehicles. And they shut down this man's vehicle on the highway because he missed the payment. Then he says, but I am in danger. Let me show you what type of danger he in. Try to get as many screenshots as I could. Okay. Let me go back. Okay. He is in traffic, stalled on the highway, on the expressway. Cars have to go around him, as you see here. There are no cars in front of him, except the ones who went around to get up ahead of him. He just stalled there. Whether he in the front and somebody hit it from the back because they not paying attention, he's out of there. Whether they hit him from the back and he's standing back there and somebody still ain't paying attention on their phone flying, he's in danger. Why would you cut off a vehicle on the highway? They don't even give a crap where you at. In the middle of the freeway. Couldn't believe this. Cars merging over to go around him. And he in the express lane, which means the fast lane. These people don't have our best interests. They don't have our best interests at all. Okay? Wanted to share that with you before we got here. Once I did finish with these receipts, then we're going to talk about solutions. We're not going to waste all our time talking about them. But everybody needs to be prepared. Iran declares that it is preparing their missiles to reach America. This was on August the 7th. They say they have no choice but nuclear bombs. These people are so hell-bent on avenging the blood of their leader that Donald Trump and them bragged about taking out recently. There's no amount of money they want. There is no amount of territory they want. There is no positions they want. They want blood. And they want Americans to share their blood for the blood that was shed over there. Okay? So now they letting it be known. Not only are they letting it be known, the United States is too. On the 5th, they said, hey, the United States is shifting their strategy. The United States is preparing for war with China and Russia. But Iran said, look, This is Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner was supposed to head to Qatar for Iran talks as hardliners demands that their dead Ayatollah Ali, whatever his last name is, be avenged on American soil. They try to go over there and have peace talks. Ain't no peace talks. Ain't no peace talks. There ain't none. There ain't none to be had. They canceled the meeting on these two clowns because they said we are hell bent on seeing blood on American soil. But I'll reserve my opinion for when I get through with these receipts, okay? That's what I will do. Iranian cleric warns Gulf states of missile attacks over U.S. reliance. August 7th. Oh, they gotta shift it on somebody. Yes, they do. Okay? A senior Iranian cleric, whatever his name is, claimed that Iran is preparing to extend the range of the missiles to 15,000 kilometers, about 9,300 miles, which he said would enable them to reach deep into the United States. During Friday's prayer, and whatever that is, he said Americans should experience what it is like to be hit by missiles, and also asserted that Iran's existing missiles could also reach Jerusalem. He also further expressed hope that Israel Prime Minister you know who would be defeated. The remarks are his, whatever his name is, statements, and do not constitute confirmation of Iran's military capabilities or official government policy, is what they wanted everybody to know. Ain't nobody finna get on the world stage and be blowing smoke. Nobody. Okay? Here's another post. We are preparing ourselves so that American people, too, will see what it is like to be hit by missiles and understand what it means to be left in blood and in destruction. This was trending August 7th. Tehran preparing missiles capable of reaching U.S. cleric says. This went viral everywhere. Ain't nobody finna get on no mainstream media, okay, and say what Iran got going on and Iran ain't got going on. So with that being said, and we have a boatload of other stuff to cover, but that is the most disturbing, the most, emergency headline that we're going to cover 100%. They are preparing for war. It is going to hurt us. Why y'all couldn't come over and avenge y'all Ayatollah at the White House? Why do Americans gotta feel the missiles that y'all feel? Is it because our taxpayers' dollars fund it? Could be. Could be. Why did their civilians have to feel it? Why did their women and children and young girls in schools? Why? At our expense. Meanwhile, we're getting poorer and poorer here in America, but we got billions to send for weaponry and all this stuff. It's two type of people that's going to come out of this. Those that are positioned and those who will be absolutely eradicated by what our own systemic country is doing. And do not get me wrong for 1 second. Do I love that I was born and raised in the USA? 100%. I have traveled abroad. I know what they're dealing with. I know how they live, and very grateful. But is United States being judged? Hell yes. And if you are a part of the United States system, and guess what? You're being judged too. You can be the most lovingest, deep, deep, devoted believer. If you plug into this plug behind me, you're receiving power from this plug behind me. If you plug into their system that can't pay their bills, then no wonder you can't pay your bills. If you are plugged into a system that is inflating everything to try to pay their bills and trying to use this tactic, let's pull some from the Department of Ed, let's change this law, let's take some funding from this, take some funding from that, take a little bit from this, then you're going to be finding yourself taking some from your credit card, taking some from your 401k, taking some from this, taking some, whatever you are plugged in, you receive power from. The only way out of this madness is that you build your own system that works for you during war, during inflation, during pandemics, during outbreaks. I'm going to tell you right now, war breakout, we're going on lockdown. You're not moving. We're in a war. So you ain't finna be moving. You ain't finna be traveling. You ain't finna be doing any of that. Finna be back 2020 style. 100%. Martial law. Only essential workers allowed to move. And guess what? Millions of people ain't gonna know what to do. You wasn't creating nothing. You wasn't building anything as for a backup. You didn't do that. So now when that happens, the National Guards that was walking down the streets, all in the name of cleaning up crime, no, they here on standby for a reason. When they say, no, ain't gonna be no looting, ain't gonna be no rioting, ain't gonna be no breaking the law and curfew, no, it ain't gonna be none of that. You gonna sit in your house without a means of making a living, without a means of feeding your family, without a means of being able to provide. That is too risky. That is too risky. And one thing's for sure and two things for certain. Something big is going to happen. When people get in powerful positions and they got a lot to lose, they will die trying to stay in that position. It's bigger and deeper than what any one of us human beings could see in the eyes of the physical. If you tapped in and God's letting you know exactly what in the heck is going and how to avert it from happening to you, He's been telling His people. The world is not ready for what is getting ready to hit the United States of America, and it's going to come with a bunch of control. It's going to come with a new set of laws. Everything's going to be reset and implemented. We got to reset this. We had a war. People were not able to work. We lost so much revenue. We just went up into debt because we had to print all this money to fight the wars. And then now we don't have enough people out there producing and being productive in the workforce. So we might as well just give everybody universal basic income. That is Elon Musk's dream. He wakes, eats, poops, and sleeps universal basic income. Hey, let's eradicate poverty. Give everybody the same thing. But it is dictated what you can spend, if you're spending too much, where you can go, if you can spend in Idaho, if you decided to travel there and you originally getting your universal basic income in California or in Texas, if you can travel and spend your universal basic income in Florida. People think you are bat crazy when you say this. But I'm going to tell you, I'm a watchman, and I'm going to tell you the truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God, because I'm going to give an account to him and to him alone. I don't fear men. I don't work for men. I work for the master. And not only has he been saying it for years, am I right or wrong, Jill? Have I not been sounding this same alarm? Have I switched up or pivoted anything that God said for the last 5 or 6, 7 years you've been following me? Hell no. And I won't. Because one thing about God, he don't change. He is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. And as now we are winding down as if November is a thing, but 2030 is a thing too. We are in the 8th month of 2026. We have 3 years and 4 months before all that they have been working tirelessly for decades. Stuff that has been implemented and written and patented in 1980, 1990. All these conferences, Davos, and WEF meetings that they have had to prepare themselves for 2030. They tried it in 2000 and it failed. They wasn't ready. Didn't have the equipment, the systems, the platform, the AI. That's why they going overboard and over time. Donald Trump told the American people the other day, who cares if you like AI or not? Might as well get on board. It's not going anywhere. We are in a war with China, and we want to come out the leader. And Russia, China, and Iran is saying, you didn't been the leader, the United States, that is, for too many years. Now it's time for your kingdom to come down and another one to come up. This don't have nothing to do with us, but it will affect us. Notice how they did not say we're going on 6th Avenue or whatever avenue that is down there. Notice how they didn't say they're going on the street, the Pentagon at. Those are the people you mad at. We have not launched anything towards you. So why do our blood have to be shed? Then we have all these sleeper cells. All these people waiting on the call. Yeah, definitely going to be some smoke. All of them people that took over Minnesota, they elected their kind on American soil. All of the ones who then invaded and overtaken New York City. Listen, all of the ones who are out here on the West Coast and then took all the dang on jobs from the people. You can't even do DoorDash. You can't even do Uber Eats in California. There ain't nothing left for you. When I tell you, I have never seen a collective group or family of people stand on bases on in front of the stores. I'm going to take Little Caesars. You going to take KFC. You going to take McDonald's. Have it sold up. You ain't getting not one buzz, one beep, one delivery at all. All they billboards is up and down the highways here. Vote them into office for our produce, for agriculture positions, for sheriff positions. Man, listen, y'all think I'm lying. Let me see if I can find this video, boy. Hold on. And I'm about to go, okay? I'm about to go in just a moment, but let me see if I can find this video right here. Let me see, hold on. If I can, I'm going to send it to myself. Yeah, this is it. Boom. Hold on. Let me send it to myself. So while I've been out here, I've been on assignment. Documenting. Didn't know why God had me here. But documenting what in the heck is really going on. Let me see if I can find this other one. If not, I'm going to keep it moving because I'm 55 minutes in, and I don't want to be long. Let me see if this is the one. My husband said his car won't start. Okay, no, this ain't it. We're going to roll with this one right here, okay? Because I don't want to get off time. By the next time I come back, I'll let y'all know for sure. I'll have it for y'all for sure. Hold on, let me see if it's sent. Come on, man, quit playing. All right, hold on. It still says sending over here. So let's see. That's why I need you to hurry up. They done took over California, okay? We are not safe on our own soil. And these people are not coming to save us. I do miss your worship lives and when you dance. That is coming because now is the time to pray. When you met me, you know I was on this bad boy going in. We prayed for the things that you see me doing now. We prayed for years. One thing about it and two things for sure. I asked the Lord, how is your people going to be helped when he first started showing what was coming? How is your people going to be helped? Because I know you're not letting us go out like that. I know you're not going to let us go out like that. When he first started allowing us to see what the heck was really happening, right around COVID, right or wrong, I used to sit there for hours laboring amongst the sheep. Praying. We prayed for a year straight. What must we do? People don't understand the assignment, right? Why did you go from that to that? Because God said, now it's time to get up and build. And I did just that. I came out here, right? I told everybody, hey, this is what God said. Hey, this is what he showed up. Not only did I say, this is what God is saying, I showed you what God said to do and how we was doing it. And not only that, gave you ample invitation and opportunity, regardless of your background, regardless of whatever, let's go as a unit, because that's how God moves, right? Been doing that for the last 4 or 5 years. So now you see me say, hey, I didn't fell back. I'm not warning y'all. No, we're not doing that no more. Assignment is shifted. Now we're going back into intense prayer. That's the only thing that's going to keep us. So when I come out these little few times, it's like, hey, this is the final call. You want to get in under the ark or what? Okay, you want to build? Is that what you want to do? Because we got you. If you want to build, we got you. But why this video is taking so long to share, I have the slightest idea. Somebody trying to get in my TikTok? Looks like it. Satan, the Lord rebukes you. Can't touch this. Can't get in if you wanted to, friend. All right, let me send this video again because it didn't send the first time. Come on, man. Let's see if it's sending now. Because I want y'all to see this. Am I still in California? I am. I am still in California. Ready to go home, but still here. Yeah. It has been a lot of things going on behind the scenes. My kid's father, I'm getting ready to get my dad's medical records and go after that one. Yes. You see what's going on with Fauci, little lying demons? They took our money and did that to people. Now you want to get up there and talk about, oh, I plead the fifth. Hell no. What is wrong with us? Y'all literally did that to millions of people. Millions. without a care in the world, and all you want to get up there is all you got to say is I plead the fifth. Listen, hell no. Is this thing playing? Look, if not next time, y'all will have to see it the next time. Oh, here we go. Okay, boom. Because I want y'all to see this. Crimes against humanity, yeah. Hell yeah. Took our money, got a government contract, which I've been telling my people. Get you a government contract. Why is they using the money to harm us? And we can't go use that same money to help us. Okay? Let me show this. Is the volume up? Let me see. Boy, these foreigners is doing it good. They doing it big in America, boy. They living better than Americans. Got a whole dang Rolls Royce at a $5 gas station. You can't make this up. Meanwhile, everyday Americans can't afford the cost of living. They riding up here like this. Rolls Royce style. At a $5 gas station, y'all. Make this make sense. It's a whole lot of messages in this one message. You just put, okay. I just wanted to show y'all. This is everywhere. I got so much footage. It's hard to find white people out in California. It's hard to find a group of black people out in California. Predominantly, the nationality out in California is like Iranian. I think them and Hispanic is running a race. We have been overtaken. We're not being overtaken. We have been overtaken. They running pretty much practically everything. You can't get no jobs. You can't get no housing. They own all the hotels. They done bought up all the rental properties. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm making a documentary about it. When I leave here, yeah, the principalities, everything that tried to literally destroy us when we touch this soil, come back to touch this soil. I did not understand it, but I have so much footage and so much stuff that everyday Americans need to see what has happened to California. I will release it when I'm back home in Texas. Just know that. Okay? I will release it when we're back in Texas. But I got it. And intermittently, I will share with you what the hell has happened. They have come here, they have started daycares, businesses, just like in Minnesota. Same things I've been telling my people to do. They're just taking the revenue and shipping it back to their country. Okay? That's what they are doing. So here are my offerings. Okay? I have an emergency preparedness workshop that I think everybody and their mama should attend. Everybody. We're going to hold it on Wednesday. I'm only taking a handful. Okay? It's going to absolutely be my last one. This is the third or fourth one that I have hosted over the last month just because of the urgency. First and foremost, you need to know what things that you need to have on hand that you can actually barter. If you don't have money and cash go down, it's no good. You got to have physical, tangible things on your physical possession that you can barter. That will make the difference be whether you or your family will eat or survive. There's things that we don't even think of. I've never thought, oh, I should have that. I had to go to a whole training. I get the insider information because I have already went ahead. I'm sitting in rooms that many of us are not sitting in, okay? And the only reason why I say us is because I'm not above nobody. I'm not better than nobody. I want you to know I'm your cousin and I'm your kinfolk, okay? But I'm sitting in rooms that you wouldn't be invited into. I'm sitting in rooms where people are 1,000% physically prepared. They are like 50 years light head speed of us preparation. They are not spiritually prepared. And that makes all the difference. But they are prepared. They just sitting back with their popcorn. They take that type of position. Maybe they've been stacking. They've been staying away from the lying media. They've been staying away. They just been building. They just been preparing. They just been stacking. When I say gold, silver, land, assets, toiletries, all that, they are stacked up. I'm just like a fly on the wall in a group. I got access because I paid a lot of money to get access. But I'm like a fly on the wall in a group. When I go learn something, I'm like, okay, bet. I'm going to take it to the people who can't afford your funky group. That's a shame that you would lock out humanity while y'all just comfortable and yeah, I'm ready. I'm prepared. It's like, wow, what about all my cousins that are not prepared? Well, they just gonna pass? Like, what's up? And they don't care about you. No, they don't care about you. They are in there doing target practice and all kind of other practice in case you come up on their stuff that they didn't went and stocked up and that they didn't went and built. And they preparing for you to be laid down for a long, long, never ever coming back time. So I come out, I take risks. I come out, I share the information. I invite you. I make it really reasonable. I make it really affordable because if I'm going to give you something free, these lives be the time when I give you something free. If I'm pulling you into a private space, a more intimate space, I'm going to share things with you that cannot be shared over live. Okay? And that's not meaning some crooked things. No, I'm talking about things that they don't want us sharing. They call them secrets for a reason. Secret information is hidden from you for a reason. You're only going to get slop from the local media, mainstream media. That's all. You're not going to get no intelligence. You never going to be briefed about what Donald Trump is doing, in the situation room on mainstream media. No, that's not how that works. That's why they create communities and different things of that sort. So the very first thing that I want to invite you to is the emergency preparedness workshop. It's not just going to be about preparation and things that you need tangibly. That's going to be number one. Okay. Most people don't even know how to prepare. If you got 3 family members in your house and you go through a 10-pack roll of tissue every week, then and that's with your 3, then according to the 3 and the 10 rolls of tissue that you go, through every week, you're going to need 40 rolls for 4 weeks. And that is why it is imperative for you to start preparing now. If you had to go 6 months, 40 times 6, that is how many rolls you would need to have stocked up. Hand soap, things that will not be available to you during a crisis, an emergency, some type of food shortage, things that will not be available to you. There are things right now that are slowly disappearing away from the shelves. You wouldn't even know that they have disappeared because they make so little of them. Those are the things that you ought to be getting. Like, one, I'm giving you free game sardines. One thing that you should have on stock is sardines, canned. They have a crazy expected shelf life expectancy. Crazy. We would never think, oh, grab a can of sardines. This gives you your beta, your zinc. It gives you all of your vitamins. If you ain't got nothing to eat, you can eat one sardine and have all your. People don't know that. People would never think hoard up on salt. People would never be thinking right now to hoard up and store water, and the proper way to store it. How to use nylon bags to preserve your food, how to make spaghetti and freeze it so that it's good for 6 months, things that you would not be able to buy. So I am going to give you all of that on top of how to make yourself a nationalist, right? A private citizen. If you need to go somewhere, if you need to up and go, if you don't want them people coming to your house, mandating stuff, if you don't want them three, letter agencies showing up your door, talking about invading your home to remove your child or remove your grandchild or whatever, how to make yourself a private citizen. That is going to be very important because that will differentiate how you will be treated during times of war or during times of lack, during times of debt, during times of crisis. This is not about panic, it's about position. You going to either fool around and find out, or you going to be positioned with your feet up. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I took preventative measures to prepare so that I didn't have to react when it's going down. They are preparing a war for us. And meanwhile, people still trying to work and pay bills. Why? Why? It's not enough. Well, Dr. T, what are you talking about? Do you know how many millions of my Caucasian brothers and sisters said, to heck with this system and stop paying their bills? If it ain't rent, it ain't getting paid. If it ain't their basic necessities, power, it ain't getting paid. Cell phone, it ain't getting paid. Anything other than that, credit cards, cars, mortgage, it's not getting paid. They're not paying it. And I 1000% salute that. Because you know what? If every American stood on that type of business, this country would get themselves together because just like the water being attacked or shut off or inoperable, okay, and everything shuts down in 2 to 4 hours, let all of us collectively say, we're not paying another credit card, we're not buying gas at this price, we won't move. Okay? Y'all want us in the house, we're gonna make money online then. How about that? We're not going into any stores, we're not shopping online. We're not paying any credit cards, no car payments. We all gonna save our money and use our money for us for once in a lifetime. This country would be changed overnight. They would quit playing in our faces the way that they do. The emergency preparedness workshop, I'm gonna do something for y'all, but I'm gonna tell you the difference between the two. You can attend for as little as $47 on this live only. On live only discounted opportunities is a ticker that is scrolling across the bottom of the screen because it's online only. After that, it goes back up to $97 flat. Okay. With the 47, you do not get Q&A. So if you got a question, you're like, oh, I want to ask you a question, Dr. T, you're not going to be able to ask me a question. You're going to take notes. You're going to get everything that you need. We're not just talking about things that you need to have on hand that the world don't know about, that you would have an early advantage of knowing and learning. And if you go to the store and you can grab this here and grab that there, you will be in so much of a better position than the majority of people. Not only making yourself a private citizen, how to keep the CPS and the three-letter agencies away from your house and away from your doors, trying to implement and do things, that they cannot do legally because you have this protection in place. Going to be going over that. I'm going to be helping you if you got a credit issue because credit is going to help a lot of people get to a big bag fast so that they can go convert that cash, which is really trash, into assets. We need to be buying land. Why? Because we need water rights. We need to grow our own food on our own land. If you come over here and you think you finna evict me from your property, cool, I got property of my own. I could put a trailer house there. I could put a tiny house there. I can drive an RV there. I can put my own vehicle there. It's mine. I own it. Therefore, I'm never homeless. I can put a tent there. It's mine. These are the type of assets because those who have systems, whether it's a dirt system, whether it is a digital system, digital is assets. I have been shouting from the rooftops. Cash is not going to keep you. Assets is. Systems is. The reason why the water The United States Water Reserve is being launched so that they can have their own water systems in 88 days or less. And I say or less because nobody knows. We have up until that time. And I don't think they're going to let it get all the way to the midterms and then start a war. I just showed you what they said, not what I said. And one thing's for sure and two things for certain. You need to be prepared. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. You could save yourself if you prepare. If if I had some insight on somebody coming to rob your home or break into your home or harm you, and I picked up the phone and I said, hey, I got the drop that somebody's supposed to run up in your joint, and this is, it's supposed to be tonight. I don't know what time, but they're supposed to be coming to run up in your joint and steal your loot. Now, I couldn't give you no more details except, hi, sister. I couldn't give you no more details except that I got the low, that they come into your house. I do not know the time. And I do know that they're supposed to be coming in to take your loot. If I give you the heads up, you're going to be prepared for when they come. You're not going no sleep because you don't know what time they're coming in the night. You definitely going to take preventative measures to secure your home, even if that means installing some same day security cameras that will alert you in case you have to go to sleep. You probably going to go and buy you something that's going to lay somebody down who would attempt to break into your safe haven, to your sanctuary, and harm you and your family. You are going to take preventative measures, even if the threat is credible or not. Just because there is a rumor of a threat, you gonna take preventative measures. You may not even get no sleep. You may be sitting in the cut, waiting up all night. Now we ain't gonna get no sleep all night because I don't know if they coming at 2, 3, 4, or what. I'm gonna stay up all day. You would go to the extreme to take preventative measures to protect you and your family. If they didn't say that there will be a war before midterms, and the midterms is 88 days away, then what preventative measures are you taking? You will be locked down. Won't be no working. Won't be no, oh, we just going about. That's why right now, while we can, the Bible says work while it is day, for when night coming, no man can work. That is not talking about when the night hits. That's not talking about like when the sun go down, the night hit, no man can work, because we know that that is not what that means, because people work overnight, have been working overnight in factories and jailhouses and courtrooms, all over the place. People work at night. That is not what God is talking about. Work while you can, because there's coming a time when you can't. Work while it is day, for when night cometh, no man can work. No man. So you can attend the emergency preparedness workshop for $47. That is no lifetime access to the replay, and that is no Q&A. But you get all of the information, everything that you need to know. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to show you the credit hacks. I'm going to show you the funding plays. We're going to do live funding on the call. I don't care what your credit score is. We're going to analyze your credit score so you know, okay, well, I can go over here to SoFi. They giving out $150K, and I qualify with this score. And we're going to do a pre-approval live, okay? Whether you want to accept it or not, it'll be on you. But we're going to do a pre-approval live. We're going to do several of them. So this is not just some, oh, well, I need to show up at your emergency preparedness workshop. No, I'm going to help you get prepared for what is to come. If you come in, okay, because I'm not going to even host it unless you're interested in it. This weekend was the last one we did. But because there is an urgency and so many are still lacking the knowledge, people perish for the lack of knowledge. Here I am, because God say, here again, one last time, invite them to come and prepare. Come into the chamber room, okay? and learn what I want to teach you so that I position you as the go-to. Your family gonna be preserved, but you'll not only be able to preserve your family, you'll be able to preserve other families that I may, put in your sphere of influence. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to attend just on a general admission level. $97, you get lifetime access to the replays, still get everything in general, but you get lifetime access to the replay. Not only do you get lifetime access to the replay, you get Q&A. I'm going to give you my links, my scripts, everything that you need. I'm going to give you the blueprint. Okay, if you're not ready now, you might be ready next week. I will show you exactly what to do to help yourself get ready in days and not in decades. Okay, I'm going to give you the credit hacks to help you get your score where you need to get to. I'm going to give you the places that's going to give you funding without a credit score. I'm going to make sure you all the way together. I'm going to do what waiters do. And since I'm waiting on my Savior to come get us, I'm going to serve. That's all you need to know. $97 for the, what I call it VIP. Okay, general. And that's only on this live. Next, if you get into the Wealth Coalition, which is a $97 monthly payment, you get access to land, access to government contracts, access to AI. You get access to, I say land banking, access to AI. You get access to transportation. You get access to done for you digital products. You get access to everything. Okay. Not only do you get access, you get to make money with me in the community. Not only do you get to make money with me in the community, you get a collaboration of other like-minded cousins. This is a cousinhood that you be able to, collab with, barter with, trade with, do whatever with, build with. We support you, they support us. We will be creating faceless channels like I have been doing in the backgrounds that have gotten lots and lots and lots and lots of engagement. All AI. We go in this coalition, you create a faceless channel and we want to get you monetized. Then we all gonna go over there and we're gonna run you up, get you into monetization, get your YouTube up into monetization. You don't have to be on camera on no YouTube to make no money. I demonstrated that live a couple lives ago. How you can take a do-it-yourself survival, how you can take a do-it-yourself survival-based, video, AI-generated video, and run up to 1 million subscribers, literally, and get paid a lot of money. You can make AI-generated music like I have done, and a lot of others that I have showed you went on to sign multi-million-dollar artist deals. You can make merch, all AI generated apps, websites, you name it. You're going to learn it inside of the coalition, okay? But how you make money off of me is just referring. Tell your friends to come join the community. I promise you, they will not want to leave. When they sign up, you get 40% of the sale. You get paid every Wednesday. Okay? Easiest way to go make you $500. Hey, if everybody want to use my code to get in, once you get in, you start being able, you in a position to make money right off the bat. It got everything inside the coalition that you can think of. That's why we created the coalition. Instead of little stuff here, over there, little stuff here, over there, little stuff here, over there. Guess what? We created the coalition. Come in here and get it all together. That's why I don't come out and say, hey, here's Medical Courier. I, right now, have a whole tab list full of remote jobs that you can run up and make extra income, whether it's in the medical field, whether it's just picking up the phone, whether it's for like big name brands, all remote, never leave your home. All you need is Wi-Fi. If you don't want to do nothing else but make your extra $1,500 every week or 2 weeks, okay, Comcast, I have a whole plethora of remote jobs and I update them weekly. I give you you get first dibs because you are part of the coalition. Hello, somebody. You get to learn how to create AI agents. You get to learn how to create, marketing material for businesses. They gonna come to you as the GOAT, as the go-to, because they need your services. $97 per month. Okay. I'm going to do something now. And don't say I never did nothing for you that I did in the beginning. And this is only going to be on this live. So do not hit me up talking about, oh, that offer that you offered. No, bro, it's live only. If you see me live, it's for you. Instead of paying $97 per month, I will let 3 people, if you want to get in, or if there's more than 3 people, okay, I'm going to just keep it a buck, because some people might be like, 3 people, what if those 3? I'm going to let you all in for a one-time payment of $97, and then you're in there, okay? If you want to get in the coalition for a one-time payment of $97, put 2 in the chat. Outside of that, you're going to get in the coalition for $97 a month. And when you don't pay, you don't get to play. It's a pay to play. There's no contracts. There's no none of that. But when you get in, there's already things already ready for you to go, for you to sell. It's already things available for you to do on demand. Okay? And much more stuff is being loaded. When I tell y'all this Suno, this AI generated music that literally takes you a hop, skip, and a jump to create. Now you on Spotify, Apple, iTunes. It don't even gotta be gospel. It could be an ambience, piano. It could be background music. It could be motivational music. It could be, listen. And the reason why I said those types of music is because those are the biggest niches that right now they paying big money for. Okay? Right now. Okay? So those are the low tickets that I have for you. Right now, I have 2 stores available for somebody. Okay? Right now, I have 2 stores available for somebody. You can buy the stores and already be running up the dough. Okay? It's done for you. It's nothing for you to do. You didn't have to build it. It's already built out for you. And I only have 2. Okay? They are drop shipping stores. They have been thoroughly researched. They have been thoroughly vetted. We know exactly what they want. And that is what we created. Okay? So, with that being said, I always tell my cousins, if you're going to get into anything, this is the number one niche that you want to get into. I'm sorry. My people will be piss poor and still will go get their hair done. Do you understand? They still going to buy that weave. And they're going to pay real good price. And you got a vendors who is giving you a player's price. You don't use none of your money. This is the store. They got hair bundles, wigs, hair supplies, new arrivals, bestsellers, about us, contact. This store is already ready to go. This is a $1 million industry just in the hair care. Anytime you see them doing a grand opening with hair, it always outsells and gets very chaotic. I don't care if you're a male or a female, white, yellow, Hispanic, black, you can sell some hair. And we'll always have a sale because hair will always be bought, be sold. I went to Africa and they don't have shoes on their feet, but their hair is laid and slayed. Okay. So that is the first one that I have. Totally done for you. Already did for you. And let me pull up the second one. I stop chasing validation. Hold on one second. I'm almost done, y'all. This is the one. This is the second one. Elevate every space you love. Okay. Shop all rugs and carpets, home decor, lighting, electronics, new arrivals, bestsellers, If you are an interior design organizer, add this. Complements your business real well. All the products are already added. Everything is done for you. You just need to add your card and your information so you can get paid when you get sales. I have these two stores available right now, fully done for you for $4.97, already ready to be transferred to you. Boom, already ready to start running up the money. Okay. If you would like a done for you store, like you can see, beautiful imagery, beautiful items, everything's vetted, done for you. Now you ain't got to worry about, well, I got to go create this and I ain't got time. It's already done for you. I have both of those stores at $4.97 each. If you would like one on live only opportunity, after the live, you will pay $1,000. Why? Because I guarantee you will make over $1,000 off of each store. Guaranteed. Okay? 1,000%. So $4.97 is the half off discount. If you would like either one of those done for you stores that you can cop immediately, put a 3 in the chat. Now I'm going to move over to 2 more opportunities and then I'm going to go. Okay? Because God said do this. And I'm only going to do it with 4 people, including me will be 5. Actually, I'm not even going to bring that up, okay? If you missed that, you missed that. And if God tell me to bring it up again, I will. How many people I want to take with me on this one? I believe I said 3 the last time. I believe I said 3, but I'm willing to go up to 5. So 3 to 5 people can get in on this opportunity. The investment is $997. I'm just going to keep it real with you off the top. What does this investment include? This is $20K in 30 days. I'm going to walk you through the whole entire process of how to go get you $20,000, regardless of how your credit score is looking. If we need to alter it or modify something, then we got you on that. But $20K in 30 days is a guarantee. I'm actually going to give you access to $250,000 guaranteed funding. But my promise is that I'm going to get you $20K in 30 days or less. And the only reason why I say 30 days is because some it can take 30 days, some it can take 7. I've had clients on both sides. 3 or 4 days, you gave them the information that they need, and I'm going to show you how to write up the information that they are requesting and that they need. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay? But let me tell you this. I'm going to give you access to $250,000. You're going to know exactly what to do from start to finish, guaranteed. I'm going to give you access to funders who ain't even going to pull your credit at all. I'm going to help you get prepared over this 30 days. We're going to be working. This is going to be a separate part of the coalition, and I'm only taking 3 to 5 people. So this will be access inside the coalition, but you will not get access into this particular cohort unless you sign up, okay? If I offer it in the coalition, it will not be $997. If I'm going to guarantee you $20,000, then I ought to be charging you $20,000, but I'm not. On live only opportunities. Let me help you go get you $20K in 30 days or less. And I know multiple ways to play. I'm going to give you a $250,000 guaranteed. In 30 days, you can have $250,000 in your bank account. Why am I doing this? Because some might say this sounds too good to be true. Because the banks are not about to be lending money the way that we need the money to be lent because of all of the defaulting on the credit and the loans and all of that stuff they're not getting back. JP JP Morgan, Citibank, and Wells Fargo have already been sounding the alarm like in the last 2 weeks. People are failing to pay back their credit, and now they want to start implementing whether we should tighten the funding restrictions or if we should just call it a bankruptcy. Okay? So I am showing my cousins who are serious, who are ready, go get this dang on bag and stop playing so that we can buy. I know where all the property is at. Apartment complexes, hotels, if you want to do it. That's what we're doing. The more people that you think you're going to make homeless, we are building uh, residential facilities. We are building hotel spaces. We are even looking into warehouses that will house the homeless. Okay. We already got a homeless problem. Imagine all of the American people that didn't catch on to ride this AI wave and didn't know how to do it becoming homeless. Matter of fact, while I'm talking about that, let me, because this popped up. I pulled this receipt up earlier, but I said I will come back to it. All right. This is what I mean by there's two type of people. You're going to either position yourself or you're going to F around and find out. It's bottom line. If anybody put in numbers in the chat and you want to secure your spot, I'm going to put the payment information, the platforms that I accept only. I'm going to put that up here. First thing you do is make your payment. Leave me your email, secure it. Okay. It's only 2 spots on those done for you stores that you can run up and sell. I have a hair and I also have a waist trainer store that does great numbers. I don't know none of these people. I created it one time and that was the end of that. But let me show you what I'm trying to do with y'all. So y'all stop pussyfooting around out here. JP Morgan Chase is doubling down on housing. Did I or did I not tell you there is a housing crisis? Have I not been telling my cousins come buy land so we can go get the DSCR loans and we can go buy up these 5 to 20 apartment complexes? Let's go buy the land so we can go get USDA and all these other grants. Free money. They don't give it to anybody. They give it to landlords, landowners. Free money. Free. Okay? Free. Could you please buy the land and build affordable housing? And we will pay you to do it. Free. Okay? Free. You see how much money they want to give you to solve their problem. We have a housing problem. And we need you to build houses. But houses got to be built on land. But we will give you $750 billion to keep on building us houses. Y'all play too much, okay? Y'all play too much. Not only am I going to show you how to go get to $20,000 to $30,000 in 30 days, okay? Because we're going to use this workup. We're going to use this workup right here. We're going to solve a problem. One of the problems we're going to solve with the money is a housing problem. Yes, sir, we are. And the more you invest or the more you will do when it comes to land and real estate, the more they will give. JP Morgan Chase is just one person. SBA 50478, they're giving up to $100 million to build infrastructure. And do we physically got to get out there with a hammer and a nail? No. No, we write the blueprint. We get paid to create. I'm going to show you what to do with the money. How to already go buy something. Okay, they gave you $20,000. You know you can take $13,000 to $15,000 of that and go buy you a fourplex 5-plex or 8-plex. Now you got housing, a housing problem that you just solved, right? Now you got equity, you got leverage, you got passive income coming in. You use their money. You can go do whatever you want to with the money. That's on you, okay? But you would be a fool to go take that money and go spend it. Take the 5,000 that you got left over and spend that. But take the 15, 13 to 15 to invest. Why? When the dung hit the fan, you're going to be positioned and not panicked. Your money's not going to stop. Your kids is not going to be poor. Your household is not going down. Why? Because you positioned. Okay? Just wanted to say that. So 3 to 5 people, we're doing 20K in 30 days. I did have it pulled up here in case y'all don't know. Okay. I'm never going to be like, oh, come do something that I have not done. When I come by here and start sharing this type of information, people swear I'm flexing. They swear I'm flexing. Swear. Are you flexing? Then you start inviting and warranting the haters and the naysayers and people that'll put their mouth on you. I don't got time for that. Same place, I'm telling you, got the credit together, went and bought a whole fleet of vehicles, put them on Turo. Okay? If I'm not doing no 9 to 5, I used to work for the government. That was little old miserable me. You can never pay me to go back to this. And it's a high paying job with a whole bunch of BS that comes with it. So put some respect on your mail carriers. But that was me. Not even 10 years ago. And now this is me. Okay. I'm not telling you that. This is me and my family on our ranch. Okay. I'm not telling you to get your credit together. This says my name. I know it's blurry. This says Tawanna Worlds. This was my credit score when I started. And in 45 days, you see down here at the bottom, it went to that. Because I learned the game. I'm not going to tell you to do something that I myself have not done. Have I bought real estate? Absolutely. Am I building homes? Absolutely. Did I buy land? Absolutely. Am I in with some circles and networks and billionaires and CEOs? Absolutely. I don't have to lie to kick it. Never. MWR stands for Make Wealth Real. They gave me my first $1 million and then I took their stuff. I can't say too much. I did my own thing. How about that? Okay. Still part of the company. Am I building? Yes. Have I? Absolutely. What I'm telling you to do, was this my story? That was my story. On food stamps, poor as hell. Ate out of the garbage can. You feel me? To this. Okay? 100%. And more. Okay? I'm not telling you to do something that I have not done. That's a ranch it. And I covered off the numbers so you don't see what ranch it, our ranch is. We have a ranch. We have land. Okay? Transportation. Everything that I done told you, for a lot of people like, oh, it's only 7, 8, 9, 10 people. I choose that. I've held workshops with thousands of people on it. I don't want to do it. It's too chaotic. It's too catastrophic for me. Okay? Especially with the level of anxiety that I have after my child passed away. So I don't hold those big conferences, big Zooms, big all of that. Okay? But I wanted to show you, what is this? Which way are we going? Those are all heart inquiries. If I tell you can get heart inquiries removed in 24 hours, you can. These are inquiries. Okay? Pages of them. Everything that I'm telling you that you can do, I have done it. Okay, so I'm going to just skip through all these pages of these. If I tell you you can do $265,000, online, you can. If I tell you that I can help you go get capital loan through Pioneers Power Circle, well, who is Pioneers Power Circle? Who owns that? Glad you asked. Let me go back to the other way. I think I done passed it. Going too fast. Where in the world did I just see that? Yeah. I want to say it was somewhere over here. What was that? Hold on. There we go. Pioneers Power Circle is my business. I created the circle similar to the Wealth Coalition so that if you do editing and you do copyright and you do digital mastery and you do transportation, everything that you need is within the circle. Okay. So just in case you be like, who receipts you pull it up, man? Look, don't ever play with me. These are real receipts. Okay. I'm not new to this. I've been doing this. That says 2021, $264,000. Hello, somebody. This one was also, which one is this? The month prior, $229,000. Okay. Of course, I only got 215,000, but I did over six figures, over 100,000, which they consider six figures. Okay. October, $202,000 sitting on your bum. Capital as well. We just keep going on and on and on and on and on. Okay. This was in 2024, somewhere around in there. Yeah, 2023, $313,000 off of a platform. Okay. As you can see, when I come through here and offer y'all discounts, and I say $997, people have paid me $5, $10, $15, $25,000. 100%. Okay. How is you doing at Pioneers Power Circle? I have something for $47, just like I'm offering $47 here, right? But I also have something for $5,000. This is a done for you, just paperwork only. This ain't even no done for you store. This is just a done for you paperwork only. Okay. $746,000 in sales. I'm doing this because God sent me to you, not because I'm forced or I have to. Can you make $10,000 in a month? Yes. I've showed you over and over and over something you create one time, something as little as an ebook. You can be sitting at $10,000. Okay. Can you make $1 million from a weekend event? Absolutely. Okay. Whose name is that? No, my name ain't on that one. It is mine, but you can't see my name. Okay. So I'm going to show you the other one. $71,000 in that month. I don't care about y'all knowing this address or none of that because it's a business address. That is my name. Okay. My business address. My business checking. $148,000 in 1 month. Prior month, $172,000. Month after that, same thing. Tawanna Worlds. Okay. I'm not going to show you nobody receipts but mine because I am the receipt. $115,000. Have you ever did $1 million? Several times. Okay. Can you go into the banks and get loans, get their money? You see that say Navy Federal. 1,000%. Am I going to show you how to go get money? Yes. Why? Because that is what I do. 100%. I'm not going to show you all of the people's emails and stuff. That is $1,310,000. 100%. Can I help you get to $1 million? 100%. Okay. Is that $1 million? It's $1,014,000. Can I help you do $1 million? 100%. Do I know where to go get the money? Yes. Have you done $1 million online? Absolutely. 1,313,000. How did you do a million? Because you see months of 100. I just showed you 300,000 in 3 months. A million is not hard to do. A million is simple. You need the $1,000,000 formula. So for those who would like to do the 20K in 30 days, guaranteed, I will give you your money back. I'm so confident. I can do this with my eyes closed. 20K in 30 days, $997 is the investment. Put a 4 in the chat. And last but never least, because I really got to get up out of here. Okay? In case you missed, doing 12 months to a millionaire with me. Okay? 12 months to a millionaire with me. All of it is put together. I have been working in the background in between the hospital and all of this stuff. That was just my daughter calling me. Please lift up her father. He is in the hospital fighting for his life. Just had open heart surgery. And then I have a glam baby that is getting ready to be born that we had to force to uproot herself from where she was at to come down here to let me take care of her while I am here. Keep her up in prayer too. I will be having I'm not going to tell you what I'm having. I'm having a grandchild in a matter of days. Okay. So even with all of that, I told y'all, I believe a couple of days ago, there's nothing that is stopping what we are doing. Okay. In this 12 months to a million, we playtime over. It's the big leagues. Okay. We do it like that. Playtime over. It's the big leagues. Let me help you get to the bag. That's all I ask. And then let me help you flip the bag. Okay. If you take 15,000 and now you got a property that is paying you, they say you can charge $2,000 to $3,500 right now with rent. So you got a property with 4 units paying you $2,000 on the little end. That is $8,000 a month. You only paid $13,000 to $15,000 down. So the first month you got over half of what your down payment was. It wasn't your money anyway. You got it from somewhere else that I'm gonna send you to. The next month, you got another 18. Boom, you can pay them back all in full, or you can rinse, wash, and repeat. You can pay them all back in full, and they be like, wow, 2 months? Dang. Would you like would you like 100 million? Yeah, sure do. Okay, bet. Now you got 10 properties. You never use your money. And the money that is coming in extra, if you want to say, hey, I'm only going to pay you back $5,000, you can say, I'm only going to do the bare minimum, $800 a month. And then I'll keep the other $7,200 so I can make different moves. You can do that too. But guess what? Now you got some passive income coming in. You will never be homeless. You will never be poor. And you will always have people needing somewhere to stay. This is the best thing that we could do to position ourselves. I'm not talking about working no other job. I'm not talking about going on no rat races. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about what's going to get you to secure your family and preserve your family and your wealth and your legacy while America is crumbling. You won't. If you needed to move to Thailand, your real estate still going to be up over here. If you needed to move back to Africa, your real estate. And guess what? In the 12 months to a million, I just showed you receipts that I can help you get $1 million. I am subjecting my time for lesser than a fast food restaurant worker. They will not even work 12 months for what I have put the investment for my time. And my time is not up for negotiation. I can't get that back. But I will always listen to what God said because he gave me the idea, the ability. He gave me the access of secret riches and hidden places. He gave that to me. I don't take no credit. I just say, yes, I will. And he told me to go to these places, gave me those resources that you just saw so that I can go learn it and give it back to you. whom he loved with all of his heart, soul, and mind, whom he wills that you don't perish, but that all men will come to life and have everlasting life more abundantly, and not only have everlasting life, but have abundant life while you living before you get to everlasting life. Okay, 12 months to a million mentorship. That is 12 months with the one and only Dr. T. I'm going to show you so much stuff, it's going to make your head swivel. Get ready to not have no sleep. That's all I'm going to tell you. That is your prelude. Get ready to not have no sleep in this group. Get ready for you to be like, wow, mind blown. Because my mind was blown for a year when I learned these simple things and how we can stack them. That's what I love. If I'm going to guarantee you $250,000 guaranteed, you go do that 4 times, that's $1 million. Doesn't take 12 months. If I show you guaranteed how to do 250,000 and structure one entity, we're going to do 4 entities. And while you funding that one, you're going to fund the other 3. That's $1 million. Stop playing. There's so many ways to do $1 million. I just showed you $1 million on a 2-day event. So many ways to do $1 million. Okay? Too many. $1 million right now in 2026 is what $100 used to be in the 80s. It's not even all cracked up for like they say it is. It is a $5,000 investment to get into the 12 months to a $1 million mentorship. Not only are you going to get to $1 million, but you're going to have all the access to banking reps. You're going to have all the access to the land plays where you can go buy land for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Real estate, the DCSRs, you're going to be able to come in person to our masterminds where we have live funders right there for you, willing to fund any project. You also is going to be able to expand your territory if you want to start buying land in, now here goes the blank, in Africa. Senegal, thank you, Holy Spirit. Senegal, Liberia, if you want to start cafes, businesses that you work from the USA, in case you ever needed to have a different type of diversified currency. It is not just American money, okay? This is what Ecclesiastes 11:1 tells us to do. Cast our bread across the waters. That's what we're supposed to be doing. So not only that, you will get access to learning how to start an international vehicle rental, international Airbnb property, international cafe, international business, international consultant, AI, whatever it is you want, you will have money coming in for you from across the waters. Hello, somebody. It is a 5K investment. This is what I will do for that one person. If you are on here and you have been disobedient and you have not gotten in this, okay? I try to come and tell a couple of y'all hey, let's go buy this land. And let's solar farm. And let's just build a bunch of real estate on it. And we all profit from it. We put it in a trust so we can never lose it. This is a sure-found way to ensure your generational wealth. No one man owns it. Y'all didn't want that. That's sad. That's sad. You missed the opportunity. Stay tuned for the next one, okay? I also have land available if you want land to buy. I have land in Arkansas. I have land in Michigan. Okay. But the type of land that I say come in with me on is the Bill Gates land, farmland, ranches, raw land, water rights, power rights. It's a difference just buying land. Okay. So if you want to get in the millionaire, 12 months to a million mentorship, you can get in. Put number 5 in the chat. I will do this for one person because I feel led on this live only. Okay. I will allow you to at least put $2,500 down if that is you supposed to come with us into this 12 months to a million mentorship. I will allow you to put half down, $2,500 down. Then when I show you how to go flip that bag, then you go ahead and break me off the other part. That is only for one person because I know how many people supposed to go with us, and I know that one of you are watching. Okay? Any questions for me? You know, I ain't gonna beg, I ain't gonna do anything. If you put a number in that chat and you want to secure your spot, let me put the payment information on the screen. This is the only way to solidify your spot. When this live ends, so does the offers and the opportunities, and you gonna continue watching me. Before I start making the Suno music, before I start just over here doing it up on the YouTube channel, selling the YouTube channels, selling the faceless pages, selling the Shopify, Dropify. Like, hey, y'all want to come learn this? Y'all want to learn how to do this? Let me teach you. Join this workshop. Come over here. Let me help you. Y'all didn't want it. So now you got to watch. You either get in when the opportunity presents itself and I'm helping you, and I'm helping you, and I'm not saying that from a prideful, cocky place. I got children. I am the mother of 9, minus the 2 that are deceased. I have just about as many grandchildren as I have children. And guess what? The older adult ones are worse than the younger ones. I have a mother. I have a brother. I have a father. They all rely on me. So I'm taking my time to put you and your family in a better position while taking time away from my family and still trying to minister to them, minister to you so that I can help you and do what God has called me to do. Okay? Charity begins at home first, with my family first. But I have put my family, I have even put off my own healing so that I can be about my Father's business. I should have took a whole year hiatus. I should have took a whole year after going through something so traumatic as losing your child, not 1 but 2, but I did not. I still been going hard in the paint. Why? Because God said so. Any questions for me before I go? I'm gonna play one of my other bangers, okay, that is getting ready to drop. I'm not too for sure if I'm gonna drop this one or not, but come on, pull it up. I'm doing really good on Spotify, Apple's, iTunes. It feels really good to see your music on YouTube. Feels really good. Feels really, really good. And if y'all ain't streamed or downloaded, take it all back. What are you waiting for? 99 cents. 99 cents. Okay? Let's see which other one I'm going to play. This is one of my West Coast beats. Hey. Let me see if I play this one. Hold on. We're gonna leave out on this one, okay? If you're gonna make your payment, information is on the screen because after this song is done, I'm out. I'm out. But payment information is on the screen, contact information is on the screen. Those are the only payment platforms that I am taking. If you purchase, put a 4 in the chat. Put a 4 in the message bar with your email. If you got 1, if you got 2, if you got 3, if you got 4, if you got 5, put the number and your email so I know exactly which one. I'm going to know by the price points anyway. But still, just for your reference and my reference as well, make sure you include that. If I do not get your email, I can't send you nothing. Period. Okay? All right, let's roll. And we're going to close out with this. We were unable to process your refund. Okay. Yeah, I just got to put another card. Don't play with me. Okay? You don't play with me. All right. Which one is this? This one I'm going to play right here.
Outside. Yeah, we back moving. Blessings on me now, got the whole block grooving. Kingdom outside, kingdom. Yeah, the vibes different. Walk through the fire, now my whole life shifting. Kingdom outside, with the oil on me. Devil go through shots, but he still lost me. Kingdom outside, yeah, we still alive. Haven't been good. Now it's time to slide. I've been a long way from stress and pressure. Now, God got me moving on a whole new level. Used to pray through tears, now I pray with power. Everything shifting in this final hour. People switched up when the road got rough. Had to learn real quick who was really for us. But the pain made wisdom and the struggle made vision. Now I move different with spiritual precision.
I survived things people never knew. Still kept faith when life turned blue. Now the glow hit different when I walk through. Cause favor and grace got me bulletproof.
I remember when I
was low inside. Now that whole atmosphere feel inspired. God kept covering me through the warfare. Now I ride through the city with a new prayer. No fear in me. I done seen too much. Every setback only built me up. Now the mission bigger than survival. This that kingdom flow, this revival. West Coast riding with the heavens open.
Still praising God through every moment.
Now running outside, we going.
And the whole world finally noticing. Ain't no stopping. Too much oil, too much favor. God kept carrying me.
Now
it's kingdom outside.
Kingdom outside. Still blessed, still close, still growing.
Kingdom outside.
All right, y'all. All right. So we got something that's going to bump in the trunk. Good evening. How long does it take for the store transfer? Within 24 hours, okay? Or sooner. Everything will be transferred. You have everything that you need. 24 hours, you'll be ready to make money. Any other questions? Then 24 hours. As soon as I give it to you, you're ready to make money. If you want to hop on a call with me, I'll show you how to post it, how to get to the nitty gritty. Anything that you post with hair and stuff, let me tell you right now. Show you how to wholesalers and all of that stuff. It's going to come with that anyway. Thank you, Sister Jill. I got some more Kingdom trap music, but that's one of the more uppy. Kingdom outside. Hey, yeah, vibes different. Walk through the fire. Now my glow, whole life shifted. Yeah, that's a bop right there. I love y'all. Prayer for everyone. Thank you, Sister Jill. Prayers for you too, sister. Prayers for you too. I love you guys so very much. That's why I show up. Okay. I do not want to see my people hurt. I have hurt enough for all of us. Okay. They got minds. They don't need to get yours. And that's why I do what I do. I wake up on purpose and I do what I do on purpose because I couldn't save mine, but I can save yours. Hello, somebody. Any other questions before I go? Yep. Love you. Absolutely. You know I love me some you, girl. You know I love me some you, Sister Jill. One of my goodest kingdom brethren and sisters that I have ever met. And that's why people shouldn't be racist. Okay? That's why people shouldn't be prejudiced and racist. You never know who you blocking and stopping. Who got your next breakthrough? This woman held me up with cards and stuff. When my own so-called best friends abandoned me, this lady was right here making sure she checked up on me and my kids. And I love you the long way for life and beyond into eternity for that. You never know how small or big your acts of kindness goes and what kind of mark that made on my heart. She will never go hungry on my watch. She will never go without because she made a mark in my life. And I love you for that. All right, y'all, I'm out. That's it. When this live ends, all the discounts end as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1.